Go get it.
You're not the best at throwing coins.
All right, so
It's still tied.
all right, what were the two names?
Heads, Van Gogh, and then what was the second one?
Tails is in.
All right, heads Van Gogh, tails Imp. Here goes. Tails Imp. There you go.
And you said I'm bad at flipping a coin.
Imp it is.
She's not going to be an imp for very long. Spoilers.
Doppelganger. I don't know how to pronounce words. Just
Doppelganger.
Okay, so we'll get those comments in now. So we've got $5 from Robert Star Phoenix, who says, "Hey, Railcoon, just because, little bro."
Cut off Harley, too.
Okay.
Already done.
And we've got $10 from BSS, who says, "One last donation from me, GG to Meta Sigma on the Harley name. Here's $10 to suplexing the train as I concede. Go, 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 JDRF, XY down up."
I told you. You know what it is, Railcoon.
I know what it is, yeah.
Do it.
I mean, I'm going to ask them to refresh and make sure somebody else didn't snipe it.
Oh, I've been looking. Repeatedly.
I'll make you refresh again.
The Yeti made a donation or something.
Oh, by the way.
If the Yeti was going to donate, they'd probably donate for Surge, because he's the main source of damage through the run. And they like to donate for the person who's the big, like, titan in terms of killing bosses.
Like, for example,
Umaro.
Umaro.
Yeah, so
That's true.
Who is the most important character in the speedrun, am I right?
Yeah, I think that's why they had to go for Umaro, because he is, in fact, a Yeti.
Also,
But, I mean, they
Harley's
went for
just walking
Kate
up
Sith
and down.
in FF7, who looks like a giant white, almost Yeti, but also kills all the bosses.
Every boss.
I'm kind of sad we don't have that Yeti plushie. It was so cute.
Oh, dude, I think I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, the one that Glenn brought to AGDQ.
Yes, I remember seeing that on the
It lived
screen.
on the couch for quite a while. So this part, you have to follow Surge and go through the door that he goes through. And he will walk around the circle, and which door he goes in is pretty random. So I have to always hope he goes in the first door he comes across, just to save the time. Okay, go down, go down, go down. Damn you.
Rip.
Left, maybe? The backup strats?
Rip.
Oh my god.
I was really expecting him to make a 360.
I don't think he can 360. Like, I don't think he goes back in the door that he came in.
Rip.
Holy crap, really? The marathon luck!
Yes.
I was waiting for him to go all the way around.
Alright, what's Harley?
You know what it is.
Tell me. Say it out loud.
Moonbutt. MN.
We know how to spell that.
BUTT. This.
There's multiple reasons.
Enough said. Enough said. Okay, actually no.
There's two reasons.
There
He's
is.
naming her after his favorite pony, but there's another reason why it's appropriate for Harley.
Which is like I'm done.
Well, yeah, I got the Harley connection.
So this guy is 2D because we're in the area like this, and if he stands there at the right angle, you just can't see him because he's 2D. But I did see him move into that position, so I knew he was there.
I love this area, by the way.
We're done with it,
You
by the
just
way.
don't like the
I know.
transition.
I do love it, though.
All right, so we have entered what I call part
I
two
was
of this game.
specifically referring to the part with the crazy perspective thing going on.
The MC Escher painting.
Thank you. I was trying to think of the name, but I couldn't.
So we start off with just an impressionistic thing, and then we go to like in a Van Gogh scene with MC Escher architecture, I guess.
Yeah. Crazy stairs.
Crazy stairs. But I like to split this game into 3 parts, like when I do practice. So the first part is until we turn into Lynx. Second part is while we are Lynx, and the third part is when we turn back into Surge. Unfortunately, part 2 is by far the longest, as it is as long as the other 2s combined. If you could split it into 4 and split Lynx up into like Sprig until you get the Master Immune, but
Did the battles take longer as links, or is it just there's more game?
There's actually more game as Link's when we're speedrunning. If you do all the side quests, there's several side quests you can do either as Link's or Surge, so it's hard to really measure which has more gameplay. But if you're just blitzing through the story and only doing required content, you do spend more time as Link's, which is weird for an RPG. Like, so one of the things I commonly do here is that you have to go to Arnie Village to talk to your mother, but the trigger that creates her to give the speech that you want doesn't exist until you go to Opasa Beach and try to go back to another world. And I always do the menu here, the equipment menu, and then by the time I'm done, I forget and I try to go to Arnie Village.
We got your back. Go to the beach. Go to the beach.
No,
Save.
fine.
Go to the beach. Go to
I
the
wasn't
beach.
scrolling down all the way.
He hasn't saved in a while either, you know.
Go to the beach. Go to the beach. Go
Can you
to
please
the
stop?
beach.
That's really distracting me from this equipment menu.
Yes, sir.
Like, I'm trying to focus on what I need to do because, like, equipping elements is really involved in this game, and you just yelling "Go to the beach" at me. It's not helpful.
You guys should see his notes for this. They're pretty crazy.
Is that right? No, it's white and black. It's later on that I'm thinking of. Oh, I need to do equipment as well. Because it unequips all of your everything when you get here. Just to remove stuff from characters that you didn't have in your party. Oh, I didn't get it right. I used to get the silver loop because it increases the accuracy of the person who has it equipped. I'm going to Opasa Beach. And the thing is, the silver loop requires stealing from Marcy, which makes the battle a little bit harder. But the thing is, through this section, Sprig missing messes up a lot of things. But I have honestly missed on Sprig more often when I have the accuracy accessory equipped than when I don't.
I would not be surprised if that was actually a side effect of the thing.
Good
That it
programming.
defeated the accuracy check in some sort of way.
I have absolutely no idea if the Pendragon sigil coding is on purpose, by the way. Pendragon sigil is a really interesting accessory that I've already have in my inventory, but I'm not going to be using for quite a while. When you equip it and you get hit by an element color, it will temporarily change you to that color of the element. So like if I get hit with a green element, it basically casts turn green on me. But it's more than that. There's a secondary effect that's not listed anywhere, and I'm honestly not entirely certain if it's intended or not. I have to assume it's intended. But one of the side effects of it is that depending on what strength of element, like what the base element level it is, it will give a strength bonus to the person who has the Pendragon sigil equipped. And the higher level element, the higher of a strength bonus they get.
So like a level 8 element cast on you gives you like plus 8 strength or something?
I don't know exactly how much strength it gives, but yeah, it will give a higher
Something
level
like
element will
that.
give more strength than like a Bush Basher.
That seems like it almost has to be intentional.
It has to be intentional, but
that's
they
crazy.
don't explain it. It's not listed anywhere, it's not in the description, and it's not even in the manual.
Well, in fairness, I'm not sure how they would like list that all in the tiny little description space that they have for items. But do you not make use of that in the
Oh, I
run?
make use of it in the run. There is one boss in particular that would be a nightmare without that. But the problem is, like most of the bosses, I don't want them casting elements on me.
Sure.
So it's not as useful as just pure strength items. So now you get to find out why Sprig is amazing. Also, Sprig's name is going to change. Thanks for the misses. That's what I wanted so much. She missed twice, not once, right?
Sprig, please. I mean, Imp, please.
So ideally, you can scroll past the names on the list populating if you mash at the right rhythm, and then you can select Lagoon It before it's available. Saves a couple of frames, and now Imp is gone. Hi, Lagoon It. Oh my god, the misses.
He's about to see why Lagoon was such a terrible game and cry in terror.
Lagoon was the first SNES game I ever bought. PJ told me that was both the best and worst decision of my life.
Be sure to be clear how recently that was.
That was December of last year. I almost said of this year, and December hasn't happened yet.
Oh, I bought that way back in December 2015.
Why am I using elements? Sprig never uses elements. Well, Sprig uses the elements once. Why are you not? Please? Okay, I thought he fell over, but
Get
apparently he
wrecked.
doesn't.
He stands defeated.
Where did my water go? Here we go. No strength up.
Alas, it's coming to an end.
At this point, the strength ups aren't even really that important. Because I'm not relying on links to do damage right now. The thing is, like, I got the iron swallow really early, the steel swallow. I'm going to be skipping the next 2 tiers of weapon upgrades. So even though, like, Lynx is really good, oh, I don't name Lynx, right?
Radius.
Yeah. I don't name Radius. He doesn't do anything in the party.
Don't name Lynx.
No, I don't. I name
doesn't.
Surge.
I
Yep.
know, but that was-
Lynx inherits.
But I'm saying
Get
it
wrecked
was
by a
Radius,
technicality.
and you said I don't name Lynx.
So even though he says something and walks away slowly, normally when characters do that, we would put them into our party. If you put him into his party, he stands there and tells you the same thing anyway with an extra text box. So it's actually faster to not put him into your party and let him walk away.
He's an old man. He likes to talk. He just wants a friend, Railkin.
Yeah. I don't remember what I was talking about before I got confused about naming him. Who's our next party member? This is going to be an interesting dodge.
Starkey, Karsh, Riddell.
I think it's Karsh next, but it's a while. Keep reading the names for me.
That's all that's really left. Oh, Fargo,
Marcy.
Marcy, yep.
Yeah, I think Karsh is next, but it's a little ways. No, you can get Starkey before you get Karsh, but I don't. I do the route differently. The thing is, getting Starkey early costs means more backtracking, and it also puts in an extra minute of dialogue in one of the scenes. I need to buy extra ice blasts here. That's the only reason I come here. Buy more capsules as well. I will save outside of the manor.
Good idea. Fewer than 99, better stock up.
Why am I going up these stairs? I don't need to go up these stairs. Oh man, we've got the fish dance coming up. I'll save before the fish dance, actually.
Oh my gosh.
I've kind of come up with a method for the fish dance. It's just depends on how long it takes for me to get it set up, you know.
The fish dance is too strong.
I'm going to wager that you're going to get all 4 encounters.
Ooh.
Not
no
like,
confidence.
dude,
Religion.
I have plenty of
Positivity.
confidence. I have plenty of confidence that you're going to get all 4 encounters.
Mr.
Wow.
Positivity over there.
Why do I still have this in my notes? I removed that ages ago. It's not in the route anymore.
Simple. You answered the question many hours ago.
So, Oxwife. What event is this right now? Yeah.
Okay, everyone.
am I
Well,
doing?
since we just flipped over to a new day here in Mountain Time, I guess we might as well talk a little bit about our event. So we're at Crystals for Life 2014, the 2nd annual event, and we're supporting JDRF, which is the leading global organization supporting type 1 diabetes research. So they're looking for any kind of new treatments, and hopefully a cure for type 1 diabetes. All of your donations are going towards this fantastic organization.
Best note ever.
I can't read it on stream.
No.
It's not PG.
No. Best note ever.
I've shown it on my stream before, but we can't read it right
No.
now.
Still, it is best note ever.
It can be summed up as "Don't be bad." Shots fired.
Norris is actually a really, really good character, but we're not going to use him
Oh.
because Sprig's better.
Oh.
Norris is used by Moltov's segmented run to replace getting the Master Immune, but the problem with that is it's a segmented run and he manipulates hitting 2 fierce attacks without an Eagle Eye and criticals. So, not really reasonable to do in real time.
No, wait, I thought Norris was the bad guy.
No. Norris is a member of the poor military.
Are you saying Chuck Norris is a bad guy?
So, the poor military coming over and taking over the El Nido Triangle is part of Lynx's plan. And when they find out that Lynx was manipulating them, they're not really bad guys, you know, because they realized that they were just being used. There are some bad people in the poor military, but Norris is not one of them.
I'm sorry, but I have to. The only reason you're not poisoned right now is that Norris doesn't want to have to carry you.
What?
Repeat, please.
Norris is the one that cures Kid.
Oh, yeah.
Norris was undercover during the events when we were in the tower, and he was undercover in Viper Manor, and he heard,
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
and he was actually,
The heck?
Now,
so
the strongest note.
Thanks
Norris-
for joining us.
Norris was
Yeah, go back to
undercover in the Viper Manor in the kitchen when he heard them talking about.
There to have my computer charge. I might actually come back out here because it's charged now.
Okay.
Get
No,
out of
Norris
here.
was undercover in the kitchen of Viper Manor when he heard them talking about Kid getting poisoned by Lynx, and he had some Hydra humor with him because he came from the mainland, which is the only place you can find it in another world. And because of that, when he had an opportunity, he traveled over to Kuldove and gave it to the doctor to cure Kid. So yeah, Norris is definitely not a bad guy.
How do you find that out?
I don't remember where. I think it's.
There's like some flavor dialogue somewhere you can
Well,
see.
you
like-
can talk to him when he's undercover in the manor. And then the other Norris, if you talk to him, explains that he was undercover at the mansion. And then I think if you come back with Kid at a certain point and talk to Norris where he's staying, he will explain that he was the one that helped her out. But I'm not sure because it's been a really long time. Like there are most of the dialogue in this game, because there's 44 characters, it's just the same dialogue no matter which character is there, and they change their accent because most of the characters have different ways of speaking. But there are a couple places where if you have a specific character in your party, you'll get unique dialogue. And that's where you find out most of the like hidden lore stuff from this game is
Here
having
goes.
the
First
right
dance.
character in your party for the unique dialogue. So what I want, I need that chest. I need what's in that chest, but I don't want to get it into encounter.
Welcome to
And
what might
when I
be
get
described
closer,
as
you'll see that
river
the fish
dance.
react. So if I just run straight at the chest, they're all going to run at me. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to lure both of the puffer fish away from the chest. Because if I can get both of the puffer fish far away from the chest, then I can actually grab it without getting caught. But they're not behaving. Because I also need the schools of fish to not be there as well. Killing these fish at this point takes legitimately 5 minutes at least. So this is still saving time. It's just very inconsistent getting them into the position that I need.
It's about these fish.
Nope.
Yeah, so what happens there?
You called it.
If he
got
gets
him.
caught by even one, then
So
all
what-
the other 4 will pile on while the encounter starts, and then it's just over. Like, he can't run away.
Yeah, because if I run away, all of the rest of them are on top of me, and there's a delay after you run away before you get control again. So in that delay, I'll get into another encounter immediately.
Yeah.
I almost had it, but one of the schools of fish was in a bad position, and I kind of just went for it because it was taking a really long time. This is the star piece. It's what allows us to recruit Starkey later. And I'm right next to where we pick up the star piece, and getting this later would require backtracking. And if I can get the dodge down, then it would save a bunch of time over coming back later. Japanese runners do it later after they have like the master immune even, because they don't want to take forever to kill them if they mess it up. But I've actually gotten pretty good at the dodge, I just didn't get it this time. And it saves a whole bunch of time to do it now. Main problem is my main source of damage right now is Sprig. And the transformation takes a while. I only need to kill 3 of the encounters though, because once 3 encounters are gone, I can run from the 4th one. So ideally, I want to get 2 schools of fish and 1 puffer fish, because the puffer fish take longer to kill. But I don't know the order that they piled onto me. I think the last one to pile onto me was a puffer fish. Oh, this one didn't even hit me.
Oh,
there's a puffer out
no,
there
he was
floating away.
coming in.
He
went away.
didn't see me. Like,
That's
they don't
weird.
always pile on top of me, so it's only 3. You were wrong. I can run away after this too.
Oh!
You haven't gotten out yet.
He's got a point.
No, after this fight, I can run.
I completely understand. But you haven't gotten out yet.
I'm actually going to have to do something counterintuitive here. Because the moment that I get out of the fight, if I start moving immediately, he'll see me and hit me. So I need to wait for like half a second, which is going to be really weird.
But not too long.
If I wait too long, then I get into a fight again immediately. Dead Sea... time-wise? We still have to do everything with Dario, not Dario, what's the other guy? Jirai first. I don't remember if it's as his dad. And that's not...
I think you're right.
The Einlancer is passed down to the top member of the Acacia Dragoons. That was how it was mentioned. I don't think it's a heritage thing. Alright, we're good. Should be good, but I'm gonna have to wait. So that was actually not too bad. Could have been much worse.
11.
But yeah, that star piece is absolutely required to finish the game, because you need Starkey to get to Terra Tower.
Alright. You got 3. Well done. And yeah, runaway counter 11.
You sound so defeated.
I am.
Ah. So that the position that guy's normally in, I can hold that position on the analog and be fine. So I was scrolling my notes, and he was in a different position because Chrono Cross. And here comes most of my stream chat's favorite soundtrack, and by favorite, their least favorite. I don't really understand why they hate it so much, honestly. Oh my god, that fish.
Wow. From bats to fish.
The fish are almost worse than bats, because all of these corridors are really narrow, and the fish go back and forth while they're moving.
Not to mention the school was like have this weird elongated shape that
Yeah,
is
their
just not
hitboxes.
obvious.
Their hitbox is smaller than they look, though. You can pass through the front and back fish of the schools of fish without getting into an encounter, but only the very front one and the very back one. So those are the ghosts of the Lagoonets that are like the dreams of the Black Dragon. And the side quest to save Marbule and do all that requires doing the rock opera, which takes forever, so we're not going to do it. Also, the only reason I would really do that is to get the black plate to make fighting Dario easier, but I don't need to do that either. I had to go to talk to Toma there, otherwise the sage doesn't appear on the Zelbus. So it looks really weird, but I have to go talk to him. It's one of the few instances where that happens, but like the dialogue, as you can see, wasn't locked in place, so I could just leave the area while he was still talking and it still triggered it.
No one wants to talk to Toma anyway.
Toma's kind of an idiot.
There's a gigantic moon in front of us, but we can't actually see it until we talk to it.
Alright, so this is, we're back in the pirate ship. It is still a pirate ship, it just got converted to a cruise ship. It still has all the cannons and everything just hidden away. But the doors in here are so strong. Every door I have to switch to claw so I can hold circle and then hit X right as I'm trying to open it. So that I walk for like just a few frames.
Snuff.
So I'm doing Snuff right now because I have to run by this on the way to talk to the sage. And I have to do Snuff's show twice. And it's really annoying, so I like to have some space in between the two of them. And the two random audience members are named Jack and Jill. Okay, so like, if a magician was doing magic on a woman named Jill, and then the guy speaking up saying, "Oh, you're a phony," so he can do a trick on him as well, was named Jack, how suspicious would you be?
It seems like two perfectly normal names you'd find in a random crowd.
I'm not suspicious at all. When two people love each other, anything is possible.
Are you saying they'll climb mountains for each other?
How do you know that they love each other? They're just two audience members.
This is
Love.
a game where you can run away from your final boss. Like having Jack and Jill in an audience isn't really too much greater of a stretch.
Yeah, now you look much more suspicious.
So that you have to see this
Dude, I'm
part to
suspicious about
advance
everything.
because you have to know that Sneff is capable of doing this trick. Because he's going to turn him into a cat. Which is one of the weirdest things I've ever had to do in an RPG to advance the storyline, is get myself turned into a cat. The colors of the cats that you get are dependent on the order in the party, not the character, which is kind of sad. But I guess with 44 characters, they didn't want to really get too involved in that. This one. I almost went in the wrong door. And then I had to stop and think about it because I almost went in the wrong door. So you can ask him about the Marbule Sage, but then it'll just create extra text and then he'll leave anyway. So we just let him through because it's faster. Even though the person we need to talk to is the Marbule Sage. I don't need to wait for you to finish talking. That is right. When you get far enough away from NPCs that are talking, their dialogue will just freeze and go away.
That's the thing that also
They just give up.
Chrono
They're like,
trigger.
oh.
They stop shouting after you. By the way, blah blah blah, Marble Sage, blah blah. Okay, they're gone.
Maybe he did want to talk to me, maybe.
Oh my god. So, she has the most irritating accent of any of
Umlauts.
the characters in the game because it just adds random umlauts to random characters, and it's just like, please, why?
Why not?
I agree with Ralph.
Also, fun thing, Marcy. Fargo used to be married to a mermaid from the demi-humans of Marbule. And he has two children, Nikki, who you meet in the ship. And he had another one named Marcy, which is the same Marcy that we were fighting earlier and will be joining our party.
Marcy's?
So Marcy is Fargo's daughter, yeah.
That one I didn't know. How do you know that one?
It's actually explained in the main storyline.
Oh, I must have missed that one.
If you listen to Irene, she actually refers to Marcy. I was just mashing through it though.
Of course, why would you listen to her?
Because such hatred.
Dude, her dialogue is just
All right, so
awful.
this casino game is rigged. You have to lose. Now, how long it takes you to lose is up to you. There are two methods of doing this. You can pause buffer